看他有人容易受伤的女人，你觉得 BAB 容易受伤吗？
他是百孔千疮的受伤，
还是你先
哪子细人呢？
喂，在录了。
OK， 开场白什么？哎，对啊，Uncleyap。哎，我刚刚从越南回来，给我讲英语好吧？啊，还是什么？2个版
讲越南话
啊？英文还是讲这个？
你会讲神话吗？新加坡人喜欢听神话啊，喜欢被人仙。
刚才那个 topic 是很乱的，现在就绕了，就讲比较 election 这个。
哇，你回来的时候刚好碰上我们选情很热的时候，怎么样？
啊，
你还在以前那个队伍吗？
你大家都问我了。
以前的队伍在找你吗？有没有新的队伍找你？
他引进我讲这话来。Uncleyap. Yeah, I just got back from Vietnam, and I read a lot on the Facebook about the coming election. So I really don't know what's happening because there's no indication when this election will be held. Do you have any clues or any hints?
Lee Hsien Loong is half-hearted himself.
Oh, why?
All along, since the less than a year after he became prime minister, he has been reiterating multiple times that he's looking for successor to take over from himself. And now he's come to the stage that his father is gone.
Yeah, I know.
And his cabinet is in a lot of trouble.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, I see there are a lot of reshuffling, and then I did read in the news about ministers stepping down and then some MPs in different GRCs. And this is an indication that things, as you say, it's not working.
If he could, I think he really would. If he had somebody to hand over to, he really
would do that.
Do so. The problem is there's no willing taker.
You sure? I think many will be vying for the prime minister's role or the position. I mean, it's paying the world highest salary. No, the world highest salary. Who would say no? I mean,
a lot of people want salary. The practical thing is, if you're talking about just greed, there's no doubt about it. But in practical, if somebody want to really deliver a duty, even
so
those
the
who are already in the cabinet already deny that they are the next successor.
I think there's no, it's not going to be appointment. So maybe among the group, they will say, okay, this is the more outstanding leader. And then I don't know, but it's up to the people in power. So we think that actually nobody
really
wants
up to
them.
Not really. It's up to the situation in the reality. Not everything is in somebody's
I don't quite believe politicians will give up power and say, hey, I think it's time for me to step down. Unless in like China, okay, I've been in China for a long time.
Your seat is hot, your ass is burning, you can smell the smoke from your fucking skin. Can you bear with the pain? That's all.
What pain? I only hear all the time, I read the thing, they always give excuses and they'll tone down,
you don't know
play
the
down.
pain,
Huh?
you try to meet up with Yu and talk with him.
I read about his case and then I think because of the transport problem, the MRT problem. So
not just the MRT,
somebody
the whole public
take the
transport system is in disarray. There's a lot of insatisfaction.
Okay, dissatisfaction, yes. So
why do you have to wake up early in the morning to go and take a train and show his face that he's taking the crowded buses and on the platform of the train when the thing screw up.
This is all part of the job, because I see foreign
never
politicians,
have
they do
a
that.
transport minister in Singapore in the whole damn history from the day Lee Kuan Yew was prime minister until now. That the 50th anniversary
I
come
think
to
because
this
right
bloody
now
state.
you have more opposition in parliament. And,
Nothing to do with that.
No?
Nothing to do. If whether you have a whole parliament, PAP or whole parliament.
I think the ground now is
opposition,
different. The electorate, they now would want to express dissatisfaction because each time
Nothing
there's a
to do
breakdown.
with the electorate.
Why
If
not?
the system works, nobody can scrutinize.
Yes.
And nobody will
That's
make a
the whole
subject
trouble,
of it.
because
They
they
think it
make
don't work.
many
It's not nothing to do with whether the
breakdown.
electorate can have voice or opposition do what. Nothing to do with it. It's reality is a whole damn plan for the high population level without time to come out with infrastructure. I knew from day one, I was so bloody happy when they want to increase Singapore's population. I know there will be in this shit. I know there will be not enough hospital bed, not enough transportation, not enough lot of
Everybody
things.
knows this. Everybody is angry.
It's a
over this.
stupid
Yeah,
plan.
everybody is angry.
After all, it's not the fault of Lui Tak Yew or
Of
any
course,
particular. It's the whole damn cabinet,
Yeah.
whole damn policy of this greedy, foolish idea that this bloody small Pisai island can be inflated
accommodate that kind
to
of population.
a kind of a population level density, and without first having the infrastructure in place.
No, I think the trains, the number
Even if
of trains, the
if
carrying-
we've given you 10 years to make the infrastructure, the density is unacceptable. It's a stupid
overloading
greed.
lah. We say overloading that caused the breakdown.
It is greed and desperation because they need people to come in and pay the CPF. They need the people to do
But
the
that may be
fulfillment of the dream of the PAP, family regime scholars. They think they can do it.
so they're
they-
doing the bottom line.
They get
Every
pull
year.
you to go through it with them, and you bear the consequence. This is the whole thing about it. It's not about making the train system work. I can tell you, there are worse train systems.
No, I think from
I've
my
seen-
viewpoint, okay, the train has been in place in stock for a long time. It's running, just like every other country that has got MRT, okay, the subway. But other countries don't face that kind of breakdown. They have a bigger population. I would think that the problem lies in the maintenance, the negligence is the problem. Now, if you have the laid back attitude, I don't give a damn until problem comes, and everybody say, hey, nothing, Nobody is looking into the problem until it happens. Now I give you an example of the power station. Singapore has 3 power stations, and the government has sold all the 3 power stations to foreign companies. One to Chinese company, one to Japanese company, one to YTL Malaysia. So when you sell your power stations, which no country want to do that.
Our grid generation is no longer a very premium technology or infrastructure already. Okay, you look at the Pasar Malam, they make a generator that's so quiet and so efficient. It's hardly have any smoke, smell, pollution. Power generation, if I put a generator in your house, that's it, you buy some diesel. What's so difficult or premium or indispensable about a power station? You are having too much over-belief and respect or awe to the
Power station
generation of
is
power.
a very integral part of a country's security. If somebody were to sabotage your power station and cause outages, breakdowns,
That was in the past.
not in the past, in any way you can. Why you worry about sabotage by terrorists? If you got power station, so if it's sold to other country and somebody were to do
If
something
you
to
to
cause you
centralize
to upset your
everything
system,
and depend on that, only you have this trouble. I can tell you there's outage in the HDB heartland.
but precisely is because the power station is owned by a foreign country
You don't
beyond
need
your control.
You don't need a centralized power station. Even the PUB, even there's the shopping center, okay?
I'm telling you, about the pricing of when people buy the user,
You
the
don't-
consumer.
There's no monopoly
It is
actually
monopoly.
able to control. Let me tell you, when the power outage in the heartland, the PUB pull a mobile power station is like a size of a container. They just plug into the estate. That's all. It will generate.
You see the point that when the essential,
There's a lot of
essential services
Even condo,
like
they have
electricity.
a generator on top of the roof. They are self-sufficient. There's nothing too high-tech, complicated, or if you're generating power, then you are God. that if I take that out, everybody will
But
die.
we
It's
don't-
no
we-
longer
we
that
are not
stage.
allowed to have our own power station, own generator.
You don't need to. You just have a $700 Yamaha.
And you
buy.
can live on
can,
that.
Yes, your house would.
You mean the government will allow you
lights
to
will-
have that? Your lights
Of course,
will-
Pasar Malam, everybody is using.
Yeah, Pasar Malam is temporary
government can
measure.
control that.
You are talking about just one store with 2 lights for 3 hours, 5 hours. We are talking
No,
about
whole night you can as long as you
need
pump the
aircon,
fuel.
you
You
need
can
the
have a second
aircon,
unit,
huh?
third unit. If you spare, you
But that's
turn
not
off.
practical. I think it's not practical.
It works.
Why do we need to resort to that? Each individual buy a generator. We want to
If
be
you
a-
need, if you want to, your whole block of private building, you just make a generator.
and every house had 5 generators, aircon, and all the necessity.
You have a lot of very flexible options. It doesn't mean that the only source of power is from PUB's cable.
Okay, don't
Wow.
argue. I want to argue that why should we as a citizen be at the mercy of the foreign power stations to
You're not at-
to peg the
not
price?
really at the
If they say, okay, you
No.
you will pay this month $50, $70, and then they keep rising, raising the
You are
price
at the mercy if it's state run by PAP and they are in the control. If
But
you are
they
in
have
the,
sold.
you have
They have sold it to the company. We don't know how are they related. Why would they? Why would they sell a
I tell you, in their
essential
hand, it's
services?
better than in the family regime's hand.
What makes you think that actually it should not be in the family? It should be under nationalized, national assets.
That's one single point of failure.
Why?
If that fail is incompetent government.
Every country,
No,
water,
that's wrong.
water, electricity is always
That's why it's
essential
wrong.
services.
That's why it's wrong. No,
No.
no need to be centralized.
You can go.
What-
You can do your own well. Nobody can say, okay, I'm going to dig a well and I have my own water. I'm going to.
That's what they've been doing all the time in the villages.
In the village, yes, but that's
Yes.
a rural area. This is a kampong.
That is
We are living in the city, and nobody can dig a well in the HDB
why you
flat.
need to be centralized and then be monopolized by
Okay, how can
somebody.
you
Then
dig,
you'll
how
be
can
at
you
the
have
mercy of
water? How can
somebody.
access to water in the HDB flat? I ask you.
A city is not a very good concept of idea. Okay,
Now
now
we have no choice. We have scarcity of land. We have no land. We have to live even from 10-story built 25 now 40-story HDB.
you
flat.
saline your own damn water. Okay,
Come on, this is a dream thing. I mean,
not
you
dream
know
thing. It is in the ships. Is in the yacht. Is in the submarine. Is in.
we are buying
A lot of
services. We citizens are buying modern
You don't need to
state-of-the-art
this.
and buying
this
convenience. Why we want to go and dig a well and then buy generator to?
then you are going to be deprived from a single source,
No.
nationalized source.
The
you
fact
deprive
is the
everybody.
government is a whole
No
central.
monopoly.
Not monopoly. I'm talking about central.
Government become the monopoly. You are suggesting
that's
that
right. No, we are
you
against it.
you don't want any privatized. You want a government to be a centralized monopoly
Not
supplier.
providing
That-
essential services. You can do your
You don't
cable
need
TV.
them.
You can do your other.
That's
things.
why you don't need to be deprived and controlled by somebody who reap all this and profiteer from it. And if they have a single point of failure, everybody suffer. You don't need that.
Okay, so you
it's
say-
not like
okay,
a
MRT
nuclear
again.
station. Nobody know how to do it except them. No such thing.
Okay, now we look at MRT. We go
I
back to
think
the
we have a
subject.
common friend, Mr. Chia. He bought a power station, hydro power station in China. He became a business.
Yeah.
Why? Communist government doesn't even want to.
Now we look at the size of China. It's a
no.
different. Every province is so huge. You're looking
Chinese
at 50 million,
communist government
70
doesn't
million.
even want to monopolize and be the single source supplier for the electricity. They let private citizens of Singapore go there and invest and build a hydropower station and make profit. Okay?
Okay, outsourcing is where necessary that you cannot cope
That's what
with
PAP
them.
been doing. You are opposing that they sell.
No, it's a
this
small
and that.
island. I'm talking
As
about a
if,
small island, which is in China.
the small island concept, make it the island, small island different from other countries. This is what the PAP used to hoodwink the people. And you are following the same trick, It doesn't work.
You cannot compare an island, a size. In China, I don't know how it's going to fit, whether you're comparing with Shanghai size or what. And then you say, hey,
Singapore
we should do it.
can build 50 desalination
The
station.
water source?
It's from the sea. Take from the sea, desalinate.
You know how much it costs to actually do the plant?
Not very expensive. And bloody Lee Kuan Yew regime hoodwink us that they can do the side treat cheaper than they buy from
New
Malaysia.
water. Do we have 2 water treatment? 2011 stop 1 and then come in 2061
It's
the second
definitely
one. The water supply
Untrue,
will
and
be
it's a
stopped.
lie that if you take from the city's dirtiest sewage water to treat it,
Mm.
it's
That's good as
cheaper.
a- No, I think they do
Malaysia
it
didn't even buy this line.
No,
Didn't
out,
work.
out of no option. They do it because there's no other choice. We have
Who
shortage
say
of
no?
water.
Who said? Singapore
Marina,
is an island. Everywhere is the sea.
even using the seawater.
Of
But
course, desalinate the seawater is cleaner than
most countries
your
will
own
not
sewerage.
resort to that unless they have no other means to get clean water.
So,
Huh?
can it be used?
No, if we are catering to a population of 3-4 million, maybe we are okay.
No. It's-
But we are
the
going
number
to
being too big is part of the policy
Okay,
of
the
grid.
problem in the infrastructure. I don't know about grid. Okay, talking about grid. I read about the Auditor General's office citing many examples of problems. They call it lapses. I would say improper accounting happening in many government ministries, MDA and the NEA and all that. And they cited all these.
It's been
but
50 years of Lee Kuan Yew regime. In the past, they have all this discovery but kept in the dark.
Yeah.
Now they are sharing with you.
why would they want to do it now?
They,
It's
because
time to
Lee
show.
Hsien Loong has been accused of being not accountable and not transparent. So he's
He's trying to do
making
it.
an effort to
Okay.
show you a little bit of
That's
hey,
good. That's good. That's good. But the
Yes,
thing-
a little
no, wait.
bit too late. You
No,
know,
that's good. But the trouble is there's no closure. There's no investigation. What I want to know is how come if you do something like that, yes, somebody audit it and find this problem. Do we make a closure and investigate and punish people who have cheated the system? Huh? You don't. And then now you call for an early election.
Because
so how
our
is it
Brigadier
resolved?
General is not capable of doing what Kim Jong-un
Oh.
can
Or
do.
it's skillful
He
to
cannot-
punish people who are under
Yeah, you
the-
are not able to put someone there with the anti-aircraft gun for execution.
No,
So how you want
to
him to be
maybe
punished?
some depending on the degree of the crime. So maybe some will be locked up for 2 months, some maybe for 2 years or something.
They convicted their own civil servant and then later on overturned the conviction.
Okay, I see the problem, because why? The problem is that the PMO, Prime Minister's Office, has the purview, all under its purview. The CPIB, the whatever, police and all that.
I
So
went to the
this will be a problem.
CPIB and report against Lee Hsien Loong for buying the boat. And they said they will not investigate.
Of course.
Ah.
Anyway, the evidence will go to him and he say, oh sir, sorry, how should we go ahead? No, okay.
No need to try even.
And this is really going to be the problem that I think
at
this
least
election-
the Malaysian one did make Najib answer where the hell is the money coming from. Why is
Okay,
it?
but I think that's a different situation because in Malaysia they have a strong opposition force. Unlike here, I don't know, here we are only an emerging opposition.
You cannot just
Small
count on opposition
percentage
for
of
it's the
people
quality
into
of the
parliament.
people willing to
Okay,
be
so you're,
less coward and do something or not.
so the
Okay.
problem lies at electorate. Our electorate is not mature enough to really be awakened and say, hey, it's for our own interest that we should pursue
Lazy,
this.
selfish, greedy, coward.
So Lee Kuan Yew said, right, we're tough.
It's quite true.
Oh, so
Li Ao also said it.
so
And
this is a
admit
pity.
it,
So
and if you don't admit the truth, you never have you never have any chance of a correction.
yeah, I think it's also a timely thing reminder to this coming election that Singaporeans should actually be more aware of the things are surfacing and we see problems and that the dirt is there and they are not cleaning it, no spring cleaning.
Who to clean?
Of course, it's under PMO, then PMO has to do it. The number one man has to do it. It
What if
cannot
the
be-
PMO itself is dirty?
Oh, there's a
Who is going to
sensitive one.
clean
I
that?
don't know. So you see, in every other country, example Hong Kong, you have ICAC, anti-graft. This is a department that will go and arrest without mercy. The same in China. I think the last 2 years, Xi
Are
Jinping
you
president.
sure? You
Yeah.
ask the Hong Kong people, they will tell you that there are a lot of things they have been complaining.
Okay, but talking about Singapore, the CPF,
Nobody will deal
one
with it.
officer was charged for embezzlement up to 1.7 million, and he claimed that this money lost in the casino. So the very enforcer, the one going to check on corruption, the watchdog body officer himself is on the take, taking the money. Now the thing is, okay, this is a classic example. It's good. Okay, it's been punished. I'm talking about how government people in the grassroots and all that, they have been let off by, I think Dr. Kobun once said, oh, glad no dishonesty found. I mean, the minister make a statement. Who is he? He's a CPIB chief or what? He went through the investigation and said, oh, no dishonesty. Who is he? In what position? What capacity? Has he got the right to determine the person is innocent. That's a very funny thing. And I want to say that if the electorate would insist that we have an independent kind of anti-graft, anti-corruption watchdog body, but we don't have. So we have to fight for it. Until the day this is independent, we have independent election department, right?
And
To ensure no rigging, no gerrymandering, no rigging of the media, controlling the media to swing partisan. That's the day when they got freedom of the press, truthful
I
reporting.
am giving no weight like you to the ability of the media to swing much.
No.
They lost this advantage.
No, I think media should be non-partisan in the sense that they are not taking leaning.
Partisan or non-partisan, their influence is diminishing.
No, I think no, because I think a lot of people are still reading the newspaper, especially younger people, students. I used to read Straits Times in my younger days without fear, and then whether I
That's the past, you see.
no, I read in between the lines because
I don't know when's the last time I touched the Straits Times paper.
I think there's something that there are certain facts that you can, data that you can pick up from there. If you know how to pick up between the lines, what is mentioned, what is dressed up, Like I know something about Temasek Group, GIC trying to sell some overseas property. And they
Yes, you choose to rely on them. I
but
already
that's a
forgot
truthful
about
thing.
them for a long time.
The very fact that the sovereign funds, we have lost so much, billions of dollars. Now Temasek, CEO admitted, yes, we have lost 40 billion and more. Yeah, these are statements that reported in the mainstream media. Sometimes, not all the time.
That's where you have gone that your CPF money won't be able to be paid out to you. That is the reason.
But they give the reason that because if they return you the money, you may spend it in a matter of months or years.
Then they spend all of our money in a few hours or
in the fund. Yeah, that's precisely is that because in a system like ours, we have put so much trust in them. We've given them so many of the responsibilities and let them at their discretion. How they use it, we should not ask. It's like you not asking your parents. I don't know how wise if you say you hand all your money to whoever it is and say take charge. I trust you. So this could be the problem. Now, in other countries, they have ombudsman, a watchdog body, or even the Norwegian side. I think Roy was mentioning that certain European countries they fare very well because they have.
I don't look up to any Western country to be
there are some
role
classic.
model
There are some classic examples. The European, the Sweden,
anything
the Norwegian.
that they have been taken as positive references or to be worshipped
some are
upon
really classic examples
be
of
respected.
small population, small country with very effective governance. And I think
How
we should
do you
adopt.
define as being effective?
Effective means there is very little corruption. And there's very good economy, the GDP. There's very good governance. Their ministers they're not getting higher salary.
I think they are
deliver.
just being fortunate. They didn't go up into the trouble.
No,
That's
I
all.
think this is only conjecture. You are guessing that they will one day end up the same. But I think we have lost
whether
billions of dollars. And
whether they are effective or not, if they are in the trouble, in the crisis, in the disaster, they are in the war, they are able to resist, they are able to survive, they are able to recover.
Well, luckily
then
we have not been engaged in a war so far. So our foreign policy, maybe because we are too small, we are not an enemy of any particular country.
Are you sure you are trying not to develop or show enmity? It doesn't mean that everyone else treat you as a friend.
But Singapore
this
is very well known. The Singapore foreign policy is nice to everybody, buddy
That's
to
wrong.
everybody.
Which is wrong. Which is wrong. Which will never be possible. You nice to someone doesn't mean that someone will be nice to you.
This is a presumption. I'm talking this is your presumption.
No. You are naive to think that I'm nice to you, then I can expect you to be nice to me.
No, this is a normal thing. Is the country-to-country relations, the foreign policy.
There are conflict of interest. There are conflict of territory. There are conflict of economic interest, territory interest, racial, ethnic, religious.
Okay.
conflict.
We are very small.
Ideology conflict. You are no matter how big or small, you can't dodge. Okay, Singapore under Lee
what
Kuan Yew
problems you foresee?
family regime, they do policies. They side with who? Some people are not happy, unacceptable. They develop enmity. Okay, Lee Kuan Yew government suck up to the U.S. government.
Yeah, it's elected. It's a US
And,
elect.
some people who hate the US start to hate Lee Kuan Yew government, start to develop enmity. You try to be nice, they try to screw you. Don't be naive.
Well, then I think Singapore is like a friendly
There's no way
friendly
you
to
have
many
to
other
handle
countries for
your
business.
position, your business politically. You can't try to put a smiling face to everyone, then you hope to survive. You hope that
So you're
everybody
saying
will
that
love you and
Singapore's foreign
let you-
policy is very wrong.
Sucker policy, Lee Kuan Yew policy is the sucker policy. I've been slamming him for 2 decades. Even after he's dead, it's not really over for me.
Oh. Okay, maybe you should see a more objective way that maybe we should be exercising discretion by not. I personally feel if you don't make it a Singapore military base of the US, you are safer. You don't make yourself a target because you know very well in the Pacific. Then China is not.
Lee Kuan Yew took a wrong bet with US, which is the outgoing and
The
sunset
giant.
superpower. It's going to be rotting away and it's not competent to handle a lot of its even very minor enemies. Okay, and Lee Kuan Yew dream to
because
carry,
there
to
is
suck up to the US and hope that he will be safe. In the end, he found that he is protecting US, not US protecting him.
Yeah. So I think maybe during his era, US was a superpower, no doubt at that time. And then I think today the scenario is changing. China is the emerging superpower, Russia and all. So economic-wise, also the same. That China is doing better than many countries and is having many friends.
It is also wrong
It's
that if you see another country is rich, then you suck up to it.
No, I'm not saying that you should do that. But I think if you want to talk about survival, if you're talking about being wise, that you want to
Be
do
competent
trade.
is you know your position, you know how to hold it. If you face enmity, you handle it, you face up to it. You
We are
don't try to
small.
be
Okay.
no matter how big or small.
Our army
There are a
force-
lot of countries not being too big. They are competent to hold their own position.
Israel.
One example, North Korea is one.
Oh. But
They
you
are
see,
not afraid. Cuba,
You cannot compare because you look at Singapore.
Why?
We are sucking in all the foreigners coming in.
that's
to
because
die.
you are ruled by a stucker Lee Kuan Yew.
You have so many foreigners in our midst in HDB.
Who asked you
flat.
to invite them to come?
Yeah, that's precisely. So if you compare this, we are in deep shit because you look in the train, how many are foreigners? Each time you compare, maybe
That's why
half
you
are
are wrong.
foreigners.
That's why
So
you suck up
they come here for
every
the
damn
jobs,
thing
they come
and you
here
hope
for
to
the
be
house.
everybody be in a harmony and nice. You're living in a utopia dream. This is impossible. Okay,
And they are going for more. The
You
worst
hold
part
your
is-
own position. You know who are your friends. You know who are your ally. You know who are your enemy. You face up to them. You compete with them. You fight them. You hold your position. Sometimes you win. Sometimes you lose. Sometimes you have losses. You
No,
pay the price.
There's something they call economic refugees. In many countries, people look
Who
for
asked you to
better
welcome
life.
them?
Yeah. So precisely because they say they want to help them. They let foreigners create jobs. So PM said that foreigners create jobs.
Are you a vacuum cleaner that suck up all the dirt? Anybody that think that there's some crumbs, so you go and suck it up. There's some shit, you suck it up.
Now that reminds me of a fish. I don't know. You could put some people keep aquarium and then keep one
that's
side.
what they are.
What is that? That what they call that? I don't know. Like skipper, huh? They go around cleaning the fish tank.
The tank sucker.
So I think,
Sucker.
which means basically, these current incumbent government's policies are all wrong. From foreign policy, the migration part and all the creating employment is all a lot of bullshit. Today we are faced with a lot of problems. Our own people are displaced, losing jobs to foreigners because they're cheaper. And what we're going to do is only if we vote them out to effect some change. Hopefully some...
You can vote them. You can vote against them to vent some anger.
you don't think we can effectively make a change?
You're bringing yourself some hope, but it's just hope. And be realistic about it. if you are not realistic about it, you get a very high level of disappointment, even exceeding your disappointment
Uncle, yeah, I
against
don't quite
the
agree lah. I think if you get good leaders,
don't be so naive. Yeah, if
yeah.
if
We never
then
know.
if,
We never
where-
know.
I know. Okay, don't paint a rosy picture and
I'm not saying
mislead the
rosy
people.
picture. Hopefully, out of the whole lot of opposition, possibly if we emerge a few good people, few good men, and then they say effect changes.
No
with time to come.
alternative about that of being changed. If you want even to stick back to the old way Lee Kuan Yew is dead, he will not come back. Okay? Now there's
No,
no
we're
doubt
not saying
about it,
to
but
sticking
don't
the Lee
paste
Kuan
a
Yew
rosy
order.
picture to say that because there's change, we are very hopeful, we are very serious about expecting all the impossible good that will be delivered. I can tell you,
I think
I am quite rather realistic and pessimistic. I know what are the alternatives available realistically. I know what are the problems.
I think that
They are all there.
changes
Don't be a kid to say that Santa is coming already this
I'm
election.
not talking about Santa. I think that we are just hoping there's a few good men out of a whole lot of people who are contesting for election,
Yeah.
whether they're from the incumbent, whether from opposition. If these people, like-minded people who think that we cannot carry on like this, it's time to make changes.
You can't carry on because Lee Kuan Yew is already dead. How to carry on?
No, cannot. No,
His
no,
son
it's
is
under-
not even the same as the father, you know.
Yeah, but we're going the wrong
So, but-
direction. We're going the wrong.
Yes,
we're going
in a lot of ways wrong, but doesn't mean that now
we should
you are,
stop him
whatever
from
the
going
outcome is,
taking the wrong
for
direction.
sure is correct and will be satisfactory.
Okay,
Okay,
my-
there are a lot of mere PAP and ex-PAP inside the so-called available alternative. That's all the stock is. Okay, don't people are not clear what are their capability, but don't
You have to put to the test. I mean, you
don't wrongly cast a rosy picture. That's what Goh Chok Tong, Lee Kuan Yew, Lee Hsien Loong have been doing all the while in the past. My caution is don't be too optimistic. There is a change. You
Okay,
can
neither
cast a
should you
vote
be
and
very
vent
pessimistic.
your anger.
Unclear. I think you should not see that everything will not work out.
I am an informed person. I've been in the circle. I know the problem. Okay, I am warning the people because I'm honest. Okay, I don't want to
No, Uncle,
be a
we
PAP
cannot
say,
rule out the fact that there may be some good people coming out of the blue.
even the good
stop the
people
bad
of
people
good
from-
nature with good intention, in the reality
They
they are
cannot change.
restricted. They cannot give you the result that
Maybe
your
over
dream
time.
of.
Maybe not in 1 or 2
Over
years.
time,
maybe
yeah,
over
we
time.
already have
5, 10
50 years. Lee Kuan Yew is gone.
5, 10
Another
years.
50 years.
You
I'm
know, you
not
find
that.
new
I'm not that.
bad policy, we stop, we object, we protest.
My honest
Then
word
we stop
is
them from making 6.9 million, 10 million. We
Don't
stop them from
be-
digging underground.
Don't be naive. Somebody may dig worse.
This is your guess that you think. You if you think negative, then there's no way to.
No,
think
you
good
can
things
dream
come.
positive, but be fully cautioned. It will not be what is actually happening. You look around, there have been Malaysia for you to look at and compare. There are so many countries.
When-
Change can come. Don't always convince yourself.
Okay, change must
for
come
the
through people,
good.
not
No,
through the
a lot of time, not true.
not through the ordinary people. Change will be effected by leaders, whether they're from any
A lot of
party.
people are leaders.
Yeah, no,
A
I
lot
mean,
of
if the
people are
average
leaders.
citizen, they can't do anything. They don't have the power to
yeah?
do so. They only have the vote. And if you don't trust the vote, there's no other way to change because we are going.
That's why
under this-
voting
it's wrong.
isn't a system that I really support. That's why I don't want to even take part. I can tell you, I don't want to be a part of it in there when people accuse me later of bringing the false hope. Then I'm in it. I can't distance
Deliver.
myself from that. People misunderstood. You think that I'm convincing them to go ahead with this change, and then this is the result that now they see that it's not what they want, and they think it's coming from me.
Now talking about this coming election. Myself, I've under.
I'm very truthful.
yeah,
I can tell you.
I've contested in 3 elections under different parties, and each time after the elections, I would have to move to overseas. to get by lah, because I stretch the dollar and for that reason or look for opportunities to survive. And currently also, yeah, people ask me, how about this G? Actually, I came back and maybe I was a bit late, you know. That the so-called horse trading among the opposition parties, they have already lined up. The
healthy
the people.
phenomenal at all.
Okay, so I also feel that some people are mistaken and say, oh, you're your last party, so you are still with the party. I want to clarify here is that actually I have resigned from the last party, Reform Party, in 2011 after the election. As usual, I have to find a means of living elsewhere. But I have always not lost touch with the media on Facebook, internet. I keep making a lot of comments. People who visit my page, Facebook page, if you go under Tong Hee Lim, my name, Tong Hee Lim, the Facebook, you will see that my postings on the issues, policies, everything. I make comments every day. I spend about averaging 3 to 4 hours a day on Facebook without stop. I read other people's comments. Sometimes I have my input. Sometimes, I would say, hey, and I view it. And I come to the point that, okay, this time round, actually 2 parties have approached me and I've turned them down. It's because also I'm not sure which direction and when the election will fall, because it's very draining. If I go into a party and it's going to, like as you say, end of the day you get disappointed. Some parties are not so active.
I see a very messy picture from the inside. I am in the inside.
You mean the conflict within the opposition parties?
It's a lot of party hopping, opportunistic swaps, and negotiation and all that. These are not healthy and it's not
nobody
of
it's like you
the
people
people
a
and
job.
the people who are not aware of the truth. They want to see, they have a very perfect or nice assumption of the reality.
Uncle, I want to correct you
which
here.
is,
Okay.
I
want
can
to
tell you,
clarify
I
here.
am very truthful to tell you, not like that.
Okay,
You will come to see some truth when, as the time goes by, especially after the vote is cast and the result comes up. So I have told the truth. I have seen, and I'm not endorsing to a lot of these things.
No, I want to clarify here.
I don't want my reputation to be ruined by that.
I'm not asking whether you're taking part in the election. I'm telling you why there are. It's only a natural process that because the election in Singapore is not like very mature kind of machinery to
Very
get.
immature. Is
Okay, so
very
there are different
primitive.
leaders. Some people go into a party, and then it's only when you go in, then you realize, oh, it doesn't suit me. And then, because of ideology.
Precisely.
Yeah,
There are a
ideology,
lot of
so
people
therefore-
join party quickly and quit quickly.
Okay, you know why? It's like a
Suddenly
job.
a lot of members suddenly empty.
Okay, Uncle, it's the same. I give you the analogy. If you go to a job, you say, oh, advertisement very good, you go and apply for the job and you got it. And then later you realize, oh goodness, I don't like the working hours, I don't like the way the boss, the corporate philosophy. I go to another company.
Isn't
It's
that you're
perfectly
telling
alright.
me it's a messy
No.
picture? Is more, the reality is much more uglier
Because
than
our
people know.
opposition have not been like other countries. They have in parliament.
It
They have
is poor establishment, poor
No, you can't blame
organizing.
them. Opposition-
Don't be blamed, but tell the truth.
No.
Truthfully evaluate and
okay.
compare.
I'll give you.
And tell.
How many opposition
Tell
parties
your
are MPs?
truthful opinion.
How many opposition parties
I don't want to
have
cover
MPs?
the rosy, nice picture
Okay.
and
I'm just saying,
and
listen to
mislead
me.
people.
I ask you, of the all nearly 20 opposition parties in Singapore, how many of the parties have candidates or have people who are member of parliaments in that MP? None, except Workers' Party. So,
Well,
so
then
how they would survive? They don't have a
survive.
big.
Why?
They don't
In
have,
a lot of countries, there are parties very well organized and never been elected.
You-
Never been elected. Some parties don't even
Taiwan,
take
I'm
part.
telling a Taiwan example. Taiwan, Minjingdang, they have got a TV station. They can provide employment for their own members. They have
But-
candidates. They have a member of parliament, ministers, and all that. So whether
tell
they
you
lose
that?
someday, they win someday, they have a way, a lifeline for their people to work and then to support the party. Enterprises, they have corporations supporting.
I tell
party.
you, the both of us, we went to interview Mr. Shi Mingde in Taiwan.
Yeah.
and he founded the Red Party.
Yeah.
And this is the first time in this coming presidential election that he has been coming out. The party organization exists. It's
You must know there's a
organizing.
backing. Yes, you must know the
What
Taiwan
backing?
is a culture in the you know, Su Mingde was a seasoned
That's
thing
why the
in the early days.
level is there, the difference
maturity,
of maturity and well organized
Because
and
they can provide
experienced.
job, they can provide stability, that you can actually work full time in the opposition and fight the battle. You can
The
write
standard is different. I'm seeing a very poor standard of organizing.
Okay, our
and
powerful
maturity.
oppositions have been
Yeah.
driven out. Many are in exile. Tang Liang
That is-
Tong, Francis Xiao and others. So you can't blame. The strong
Why?
good ones are out.
No.
Huh?
You can't count on that.
I'm not
Those
saying the
people
rest
in
are not
exile.
good. I'm saying
that means you lack strength here. There's a massive weakness.
No.
Then if you are
Messi,
saying
okay,
you are pointing
Uncle,
to
if
this,
today you are not driving taxi, would you be able to really say buy us dinner? Maybe not. The very fact tonight you can give us a treat because you have some income. I cannot give you a treat because I don't have that income. So I cannot provide you a job, part-time job or whatever. But maybe you can provide me a part-time job. So that makes a difference.
so how does it make you
Okay, it's like okay if you
helpful
got
to
opposition
organize, help the people who are
you cannot help yourself. How do you help
You are
people? If you
asking-
are hungry, you can provide.
correct.
Precisely. So
Isn't
we
it-
are in a position of inability. We are unable to provide food
And how do you then
to
help
our
the voters?
family. No. So are you talking about money politics? Yes. So that's
I'm
why
not talking
it's
about money.
Okay, I'm
I
telling
tell you,
you,
money politics
in
will
real
never work.
politics,
It's
there's
to be-
something they call war
should be
chest.
squashed.
War chest. If you don't have war chest, how to fight? You say U.S. presidency, you need billions of dollars for the campaign. To win, you need sponsors.
Through successful competition and fighting, they gain resources and organize it
Every
into
exposure
a
is
war
money.
chest.
No.
The war
Every-
chest does not come from Santa. It's
It
not
comes from
passed down from
supporters,
them.
from corporation.
If you are well organized, you are successful, you are able to gainfully organize into a war chest
Without-
after all these years.
Without funding, zero. You're talking about without
These are
funding.
I'm talking about fund. What are you talking about? You're talking about state have to fund you?
No. In some countries, state funding. In Sweden, the state is funding
so-called
you.
war chest exists is because successfully organized and they go through the difficulty to overcome, and therefore they accumulate resources into a war chest. You are saying that I have to have a war chest first, then I can win an election. So somebody have to
No, okay, that is
deliver a
The
gift
last
to you.
election, no. We had to borrow money for deposit for the
That's
campaign.
why I can tell
For the
you that is a
walkabout.
very pathetic
And very small.
picture.
We only just scream some
This
of the
is
money.
the unhealthy picture. Is
It
the
cannot be
incorrect
helped.
way. It cannot be how you help the
Sweden.
people.
No, look.
How do you go out and say, vote me, I can help you? When I'm like asking for help myself, I'm in desperate myself, then please count on me. Please give your ballot to me.
Mao Zedong was not a millionaire when he became the leader.
He didn't use money to fight.
Yeah, okay.
He
but
used
it's a
life
spirit.
and spirit and resolve and strength and sacrifice. Do you know how many people died in the fight?
Okay.
And where is his war chest? Who give him any war chest?
The farmers.
I tell you, the farmers themselves have got nothing to eat. Give him war chest.
No, that's why they go revolution, they change.
His weapons are taken from the enemy he killed.
And we cannot compare. Like in Singapore, this is
That
different
is how they
scenario.
did it.
We cannot
Scenario,
resort.
then you wait for
We
Santa.
cannot resort.
You must wait for Santa.
Even we have to raise our own election deposit. You see the point?
That is very pathetic.
We don't have
picture.
a lifeline. Yeah.
Don't
So in
keep
between,
raising it and say
we cannot
that
be every day knocking and doing walkabout
that is
for 5
doing
years.
a negative in convincing people that you can help them.
Even the people, the ministers who are earning millions every year, do they go around knocking on doors and serving the people? No.
They definitely don't need to.
No need to. How much have they done? And how
So
we
who is
expect?
more convincing in this case?
How we expect us opposition without a job, without a lifeline, would have to go
I
around
think,
serving the people? How? Serve in what way? We can only help them write letters. We can have them in the media.
So what are they going to do with the letters that you write? It's going into the bins.
No, if you write, we
Of course.
criticize the policy. When we
The letters
criticize,
you write, what can the difference